SGTV News 4 sat down for an exclusive interview with student body president and vice president candidates Sam Mayberry and Zach Crawford.
When did you make the decision, and how did you make the decision to select Zach Crawford as your running mate for vice president?
So as we've already talked about, I've been involved with student government all 3 years, and while that brings great experience, I really want to take student government to the next level. And I think to do that, we have to bring in outside voices and perspectives that haven't traditionally been involved with student government and people that haven't been represented. So it was really important to me to find a running mate who had been involved with great leadership other places on campus, but maybe not within student government. So we actually had a mutual friend that introduced us, and when we first met, we were talking and we immediately hit it off, and we found this shared passion for improving the student experience. And that sounds broad, and that's because it is. There's so many things that student government can do, and I believe that with Zach's experience in other places and my knowledge of student government, we're the perfect team to lead USC.
Now, your 3 pillars of your campaign as a whole: embrace, engage, and empower. Can you break those down for me and really explain what does that mean?
Yeah, so our first one is embrace change, and that's something we want to do as an administration. We have initiatives that fall under this category that will work to change the things that we already have in place here at USC. And embracing change is a bit of an oxymoron, but that's what we want to do. We want to be able to take our changes and our new ideas and really make them part of the culture here at USC. And then moving on to the next one, engaging the student body. We want every student to be connected to student government and feel like they're a part of what we're doing. So that's providing programs to groups that typically aren't represented, or reaching out to clubs and organizations. We're making it a point on the campaign trail to really hit all types of students, not just the big traditional Greek organizations or the places that the candidates always go. We want to reach out to every student here at USC, and so that's part of the engage. And then the last one is empower every voice. This one is really extra special to me. It means a lot to me because I really want every student to feel that they are represented by me when I'm their student body president. I want to be able to say that I understand what every student is facing. I want to listen, and as your student body president, you need to be someone that's approachable and that people can talk to and feel comfortable sharing their concerns with. And so to me, that's what empowering every voice means, and kind of lifting up those who have not traditionally been heard.
Now, kind of diving more in depth with each of those. The first one, to start with, embracing the change. Of course, can't go through the full platform, but what are some of those changes you hope to make early on in your tenure, potentially as student body president?
So something that's really important to me through the Embrace Change section is sustainability. And we want to push USC to be even more environmentally friendly and to match the goals that the city of Columbia has made for itself. We really want to be a good partner and to be good stewards of our environment. So one of those specific ideas that we have is game day recycling. And we know that everyone at Carolina loves game day, so this is something that everyone can get behind. We really want to partner with the major tailgating lots and work with those owners to be able to help provide recycling after the major tailgates, because ultimately there's this ton of trash. It's really not sustainable. There's plastic, aluminum, and we want to be able to help with that. And then in addition to that, we want to look into some options to make our dining more sustainable, including getting rid of trays at all dining locations on campus. I know we still use those at Preston, which is really just an unnecessary extra thing we have to wash. And then also having battery recycling bins in the dorms. So I'd say sustainability is one of the really big things that we're looking to change here on campus.
You know, you've been involved in a lot of different areas of our campus, but the one area that you do not have on your resume is student government, which obviously is the office you're running for. So how do you think that you're qualified for this position?
I don't think to be the student body vice president, you specifically need a qualification of student government, because I'm leading the student body in what they want. I'm not leading a student government organization per se. I'm here to really represent the student voice and advocate for them, and not the agenda of student government. And so I'm taking the knowledge that I've gained from my student leadership experience and really using it to represent the student voice.
Now, you mentioned in your biography on your website that the university as a whole has come so far, but also has so far to go. What's that direction?
I would say it's time to really represent every student and stop, in a sense, stop letting the people who think they represent the students or think they know what's going on advocate solely. I think it's time to bring in some new perspectives and new ideas and ask the students who not necessarily even care what's going on, what they really want out of their university, because even though there's some people who are super passionate about making change at USC, there's people who aren't. It's incorporating both those voices and ensuring that we're one Carolina and not two different sectors.
Sam, how would you describe your running mate, Zach?
Personable, charming, funny, you know. He's someone who can talk to everyone. He's so welcoming. my friends literally obsessed with him. I'm thinking he might be taking my spot in the friend group.
Zach, same for you. How would you describe Samantha?
She's really Samantha. I don't like to generalize her with words because every day I'm learning something new about her. Every day she ceases to surprise me. Ceases to amaze me. It's ridiculous. I have never met someone so dynamic and every day I feel like I'm talking to a new person but also the same person. It's so weird but in the best way.
Now, Sam, for you, we talked about the bridging the gap of communication between student government and the student body. Now I want to kind of look at the pathway from student government to the president's office here at the university. You mentioned President Bob Caslin. Now, of course, when he came into the university, it was amid controversy that still carries over here today. Moving forward, how will you go about that partnership between student body president and university president?
Yeah, so I'm really lucky that I actually already have a relationship with President Caslin due to my role as Chief of Staff and being at various events with him and getting to sit in rooms with him and hear his thoughts on things. And so we already have a great established relationship, which will put me one step ahead of anyone else going into this office. And so I'm really excited that we've already got to start to build that rapport and we'll get to continue working together throughout my term. I've been able to discuss a lot of my ideas with him, and he is really big on students' vision, and he has been incredible to work with. Seeing through Luke Rankin's experience with him, he is so supportive of student government's ideas and of what the students want. We've been able to accomplish so many incredible things because of President Caslin, including the renovation of Thomas Cooper Library. He was really instrumental in that, and that's a big project that we're proud of this year. And so I look forward to continue to work with him on kind of these big picture idea things that we wouldn't be able to accomplish without the support of the administration.
All right, finally here, why are you two collectively the right fit at the right time?
So as I've kind of touched on earlier, we're the right fit right now because the student government has consistently been led by people from the inside for the past couple of years. And I know that I bring the experience that is necessary to be successful in student government. And Zach brings the outside perspective and represents so many students that have been historically left out of the student government executive offices. And I'm so excited to be running with him. It was so important to me to run with someone who represents all students. And I believe that Zach and I touch so many different facets of campus. And those that we don't touch, we are willing to listen and we are excited to learn, and I know that we are the right people at the right time because of our collective passion and drive and the experience that we bring.
Voting will take place February 25th and 26th. For SGTV News 4, I'm Cade Crenshaw.